Right, so it's in bits, quite a few bits at the moment, but I've still not got to where I want to get to on this model. But the high ab pulls off quite easy if you want to get that out of the way. The deck just pulls off, very carefully pulls off, and obviously I've got the rear casing off. And then the side steps on this model, the side steps pull off the side here, and that enables the cab to be lifted off. And you can lift that cab off and up like that, and it's all self-contained unit, that, and there's loads of wires going underneath it, and it's really compact and very intricately done. And the motor system as well on it is absolutely, it's amazing, because it's the first, hang on, let's see if we can get that out of the way. It's the first motor I've seen with spring-loaded drive shafts. Try and zoom in on that. See if I can zoom in on that. Got spring-loaded drive shafts that go up at the motor's at a certain flatness on the deck, and then the drive shafts go up slightly at an angle, and then go to the drive differentials or the transfer gear on the axle. It's really amazing how they've done it, how they've done that drive system, Viessmann. You can see that there. It's like a work of art, like clockwork. And it's very well done. But yeah, so I'm trying to get out, try to get that capacitor out, and I cannot get it out. I just cannot get to it. It won't pull out. I'm not sure how to disassemble this cab without damaging it, and I've been studying it for about an hour, looking at it and trying to make understand how it comes apart. I just cannot do it. I was just so scared of breaking it and making the model, you know, not operational anymore. Because at the moment I can put this back on the track and everything's working fine still. Right, so I've got the Mark 1 Robel. This has been in, this is a project that's been going on for 1.5 years. The reason I took it apart was to replace the capacitor off the main board. These are the two main boards that come with a capacitor, and I'll show a picture in a minute. And these sandwiched together, you got like a multi-pin interface that sandwiches into this lower plug on the bottom, like that. And then you got the capacitor which joins on, trying to think where it joined. I think it joined on around here. I took the capacitor off and then put another one on, and it just wouldn't go on right. I had it operational and it wouldn't go on right at all. It just won't fit right. I put it back together, sort of semi put it back together, and I thought, yeah, it's working this now. And there was something not quite right, it would just not go back together again properly, so I took it apart, readjusted the capacitor, but then I damaged the circuitry board, which is a real shame because these are custom made, and once that's damaged there's virtually no way to replace the parts on it. It's a highly complex bit of board that controls all the lighting and the features of the actual model. So I thought the only way now is to try and get it apart further, take it further apart, take all the wiring out, strip it all out, and put in a lock sound micro V5. And put a new lock sound speaker in. That's the original speaker. Put a new lock sound speaker in there. Also put in an interface to take the wiring from the intricate wiring loom. I put an interface on and then connected this interface into the lighting on the actual main loom. And it was just really difficult, but there's only 3 wires controlling the flashing. The flashing light is on an auxiliary, but the front and back rear lights and the rear upper cab light, and they work in tandem on a special circuitry switching circuit on this board, which I just could not understand how it worked. My friend was going to have a look into it, but it was taking that long. I thought, no, I've had enough. I'm just going to put it back together. I'll just put it back together today, but unfortunately the only thing I've got working, I'll just fire it up now. I've only got the flashing light on the top, the rear lights, say it's travelling backwards, I've only got the white lights travelling backwards and the red ones on the cab when it's travelling backwards. So I've got rear lights, no forward lighting, and the cab light, I can't get the cab light working either. I've tried everything on all the setups on the chips, just cannot do it because those particular lights are worked only off 3 connectors, and they work in a special way apparently, on control voltage switching. So anyway, that can be taken apart again in the future to rectify that, but I've just put it back together now. I've had enough, I just want to get it working again. So it's all working. I've got the lock sound V5 profile with 32 features, 32 sound features, and yeah, I'll just get this going. Now I've got the rail clank working, and on this sound file, the faster you go, the faster the rail clank is. Changing through the gears. That's quite nice. Put it down. There's some nice features on this. Crane hoist. There's all sorts of different sound files on this. It's really good. So that is one bonus of replacing the actual chip from the original one, because this is a much more advanced chip. Plus I put a proper ESU energy bank in there as well, micro. a really tiny one, and it just about fitted. Just about all went back together again. And other than that, this project is now finished after a year and a half. But I'd just like to thank all the people, all the YouTubers that have helped me on this project. Sourcing specialist interface connectors and various other bits, and much appreciated. So I've now got this back up and running again, because I thought to myself I'm never going to get it running again, especially when I blew the board on it. I thought that's it. But it's such an intricate model to get into and to try and work on without damaging any of the intricate drive systems, the spring-loaded drive systems, and the all the wiring loom. It's just so difficult to do, to work on. But anyway, that is done. Just power that off, and on to the next one. The next project, which I'm also doing as well, is I'll just move this out of the way a minute. Just disconnect this track, move that aside, say about there. Now I'm doing the Brawa. I'm doing the Brawa BR265, and I've got this in bits as well. And what I'm doing on this is there's no factory installed power bank on this, and the only power bank I can put in here now is an ESU micro power bank. Yeah, so this occasionally stalls on certain points on the layout, so yeah, I thought it's about time I put in a decent energy bank from ESU, a proper one that's going to be wired in properly on the there's not many places on this loco to put anything, because of the way it all goes together and the way it all goes back together. You've got working fans there, everything is such a tight fit on this loco. So yeah, that once it's got that energy bank it should be fine. But that's the other project which is ongoing. But anyway, thanks again for watching.